Hello everyone, welcome to the IT Expert System YouTube channel. Today we'll see how defect or bug lifecycle workflow works. What is defect? A defect, in simple terms, is a flaw or an error in an application that is restricting the normal flow of an application by mismatching the expected behavior of an application with the actual one. The defect occurs when any mistake is made by a developer during the designing or building of an application, and when this flaw is found by a tester, it is termed as a defect. It is the responsibility of a tester to do thorough testing of an application to find as many defects as possible to ensure that a quality product will reach the customer. It is important to understand about defect life cycle before moving to the workflow and different states of the defect. Hence, let us take know more about defect life cycle. A defect life cycle, also known as a bug life cycle, is a cycle of a defect from which it goes through, covering the different states in its entire life. This starts as soon as any new defect is found by a tester and comes to an end when a tester closes that defect, assuring that it would not get reproduced again. Defect status or bug status in the defect life cycle is the present state from which the defect or a bug is currently undergoing. The goal of defect status is to precisely convey the current state or progress of a defect or bug to better track and understand the actual progress of the defect life cycle. The number of states that a defect goes through varies from project to project. The below lifecycle diagram covers all possible states. Let us understand each state of the bug lifecycle. New. When any new defect is found, it falls in a new state, and validations and testing are performed on this defect in the later stages of the defect life cycle. Assigned. Once the bug is posted by the tester, the lead of the tester approves the bug and assigns the bug to the developer team. Open. Here, the developer starts the process of analyzing the defect and works on fixing it, if required. If the developer feels that the defect is not appropriate, then it may get transferred to any of the below four states, namely duplicate, deferred, rejected, or not a bug based upon the specific reason. Fixed. When a developer makes a necessary code change and verifies the change, he or she can make bug status as fixed. Pending retest. After fixing the defect, the developer assigns the defect to the tester for retesting the defect at their end. Until the tester works on retesting the defect, the state of the defect remains in pending retest. Retest. Tester does the retesting of the code at this stage to check whether the defect is fixed by the developer or not and changes the status to retest. Verified. The tester retests the bug after it got fixed by the developer. If there is no bug detected in the software, then the bug is fixed, and the status assigned is verified. Reopen. If any issue persists in the defect, then it will be assigned to the developer again for testing and the status of the defect gets changed to reopen. Closed. If the bug no longer exists, then the tester assigns the status closed. Duplicate. If the defect is repeated twice or the defect corresponds to the same concept of the bug, the status is changed to duplicate. Rejected. If the developer feels the defect is not a genuine defect, then it changes the defect to rejected. Deferred. If the present bug is not of a prime priority and if it is expected to get fixed in the next release, then status deferred is assigned to such bugs. Not a bug. If it does not affect the functionality of the application, then the status assigned to a bug is not a bug. Suppose a tester finds a defect. The defect is assigned a status new. The defect is assigned to the development project manager, who will analyze the defect. He will check it as a valid defect or an invalid defect. If the defect is not, the valid status is given rejected. So, the project manager assigns a status rejected. If the defect is not rejected, then the next step is to check whether it is in scope. Suppose we have another function, email functionality, for the same application, and you find a problem with that. But it is not a part of the current release when such defects are assigned as a postponed or deferred status. Next, the manager verifies whether a similar defect was raised earlier. If yes, defect is assigned a status duplicate. If not, the defect is assigned to the developer who starts fixing the code. During this stage, the defect is assigned a status in progress. Once the code is fixed, a defect is assigned a status fixed. Next, the tester will retest the code. We'll check whether the test case passes or not. If the test cases fail again, the defect is reopened and assigned to the developer. In case the test case passes, the defect is closed. Let us consider a situation where during the first release a defect was found and that was fixed and assigned a status closed. During the second upgrade release, the same defect again resurfaced. In such cases, a closed defect will be reopened. Developer can mark as defect fixed, but QA only can verify and close. Conclusion: testing and development teams work side by side to fix the issue so that the system can work in its best form. To make this communication smooth and to ensure that all errors are fixed timely, it is important to incorporate tools that can help to smoothen the whole process. There are numerous defect management tools available that aid in the testing process and manage the bugs which occur from time to time. Information regarding defects. First, a defect can occur at any point in the software development lifecycle. Second, the cost of quality can be controlled if a defect is detected in the initial stages of the development. Finding and fixing issues in the early phase saves time, effort, and cost. Third, static testing plays a key role in finding defects and minimizing debugging costs. Fourth, whereas in dynamic testing defects and issues mainly result in failure of the system. Thank you for watching this video. We provide hands-on computer training with labs/homework/group projects, prepare you for the certification, provide real projects, internship opportunities, support you in Resume/LinkedIn, staffing support, provide tech references, in-person, online class retake options, and many more. Call us at 847-350-9034 for your free career consultation meeting. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to our video to get the notification of our latest video.